Celtics open post-All-Star stretch with road clash against 76ers. The Boston Celtics resume their season after the All-Star break with a road matchup against the Philadelphia 76ers on Thursday night. This marks the third of four meetings between the Atlantic Division rivals this season. Boston fell to Philadelphia 118-114 on Christmas Day at TD Garden but responded with a 118-110 victory at Wells Fargo Center on February 2. The two teams will face off once more in Boston on March 6. Last season, the Celtics took the season series 3-1, dropping the first contest in Philadelphia before winning the final three meetings. Historically, Boston holds a 271-198 all-time advantage over the 76ers but trails 114-141 in road games played in Philadelphia. Roster shakeups for the 76ers. Philadelphia underwent significant roster changes heading into the season, bringing in Paul George, Caleb Martin, Andre Drummond, Eric Gordon, and Gershon Yabusele, while drafting Jared McCain and Adem Bona. Meanwhile, the Sixers parted ways with Mo Bamba, Robert Covington, Tobias Harris, Buddy Hield, Cameron Payne, Paul Reed, Nicholas Batum, Darius Bazley, and DeAnthony Melton. At the trade deadline, the Sixers continued adjusting their roster, trading Caleb Martin to Dallas for Quentin Grimes and sending Reggie Jackson to Washington for Jared Butler, who was later converted from a two-way contract to a standard two-year deal. More recently, they reportedly signed former Celtic Lonnie Walker IV and added David Roddy on a 10-day contract. Standings and recent performance. The Celtics currently sit second in the Eastern Conference at 39-16, trailing first-place Cleveland by 5.5 games. They hold a 2.5-game cushion over third-place New York and an 8-game lead over fourth-place Indiana. Boston has been dominant on the road with a 22-6 record and enters this contest having won 3 straight and 8 of its last 10. Against Eastern Conference opponents, they are 28-9, including a 7-2 mark within the Atlantic Division. Philadelphia, meanwhile, is struggling at 11th in the East, 24 games behind Cleveland. The Sixers are 8.5 games out of a guaranteed playoff spot, 6th place, and 1.5 games behind Chicago for the final play-in tournament berth. They are tied with Brooklyn for 12th place. At home, the Sixers are 10-17 and have lost 5 consecutive games, going 4-6 in their last 10 contests. Upcoming schedule. Boston kicks off its final stretch of the season with this matchup in Philadelphia before hosting the New York Knicks on Sunday. They will then head out for road games against the Raptors and Pistons before beginning a 7-game homestand against Cleveland, Denver, Portland, Philadelphia, the Lakers, Utah, and Oklahoma City. Philadelphia starts a 3-game home stint with this contest, followed by matchups against Brooklyn and Chicago. They then head to New York before returning home to face Golden State and Portland. A road trip to Minnesota precedes their final meeting with the Celtics in Boston. Their next stretch also includes home games against Utah and road games in Atlanta and Toronto. Injury report. Boston gets a key player back as Drew Holiday, who missed the last 4 games with a shoulder injury, is no longer listed on the injury report. The only Celtics player with an injury designation is Xavier Tillman, who is questionable due to a knee issue. For the 76ers, several players remain sidelined. Eric Gordon, wrist, Justin Edwards, ankle, Kyle Lowry, hip, and Jared McCain, knee, have all been ruled out for Thursday's game.